Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CV Nostalgia, and we have a little update on Young Justice. Well, we had quite the eventful episode in this week of Young Justice. We actually saw the return of Razor, and pretty much a near canonization of the Green Lantern the Animated Series, adding a wide breadth of new characters and mythology to Earth-16. But if you watch that credit scene, it might have raised some pretty interesting questions. Namely, how does Jay Garrick look so good at 102 years old? Well, we can look to the comics for the answer. So let's dive into it for a couple minutes and talk about how Jay, as well as other speedsters, managed to live so long. Well, unless the villains get to him. Now before we do that though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, the big giveaway. We're going to give away this Oculus Quest 2 at 50,000 subscribers. All you need to do to get in on our giveaway is be a subscriber and leave us a comment. Also, while you're at it, make sure you check out our line of Stay Whelmed merchandise down below. It's a pretty good way for you and your friends to stay whelmed, feel the Aster, and crash the mode, all while supporting this channel. Plus, we have some pretty cool Save Khonshu and Restore the Snyderverse gear, so it's worth a look. Well, this week's episode of Young Justice closed out with a little bit of a birthday celebration. We actually heard both Foragers singing happy birthday to Jay Garrick, and it turns out Jay is 102 years old. Now, in case you didn't know, Jay Garrick was born way back in 1918, actually on August 27th, and even on Earth-16, he's a founding member of the Justice Society of America back in the 1940s. Now, his initial superhero days went into retirement in 1951, but he did eventually return, and as we saw, he's now a current member of the Justice League. Now, this has led many people to wondering how Jay Garrick managed to not only get to be 102 years old, but look so darn good while doing it. And there is some pretty simple answers to this in DC Comics. Now, he is a speedster and associated with the Speed Force. And traditionally, speedsters simply do not age like everyone else. This is mostly because of several things, but mainly because they have an accelerated cell regeneration. And because of this, they have their super stamina, and along with that, a much longer extended life. Now, as I looked around, I couldn't find any details on exactly how long they could live. But it does appear, based on other characters, particularly people like Professor Zoom, that it is a really long time and something you would measure in centuries. Now, how long Jay Garrick remains on the show is yet to be seen. But at 102 years old, the guy is doing really good. Actually, he still has some of his initial hair color with a little gray on the side, so he's probably, at least physically, somewhere in his late 40s. And also, let's not forget, he's the guardian of Bart Allen, and having a teenager, especially one like Bart, will do everything in the world to keep you young. I can't imagine chasing after that guy. In any case, I suspect we're going to see a lot more of Jay Garrick over the next season in Young Justice, and hopefully we see him again in season 5. He's a pretty cool character, an absolute classic of DC Comics, and a character that does add a nice history element to Earth-16, making it pretty clear there's been a lot of heroes that have come and gone over the decades. So what do you guys think? Are you excited to have a lot more of Jay Garrick on Young Justice? And by your calculations, how old do you think he looks? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not getting any updates. Peace.